Okay, so today I will be today we will be understand about the redux. Okay, because it is almost completed all our sessions. So today I discuss about the redux. So redux is the third party package where we can managing our application state using the redux. Okay, so like context and reducer are matched in a single uh, package. Okay.
Got it.
So,
And I have seen in some other, I mean, I was going through some other videos and things like that, and they were mentioning, they were defining all these things as like a class. Why are they doing? I did not get it actually. All the functions,
all
they
the,
say they're writing a constructor, they're writing like a class and things like that. But
okay.
what we have discussed is only the functions, right?
Yes, actually, thing is, previously when we are work with React, so React have two type of procedures are there. Okay, one is the class process. Class process are too much complicated, and that is not so much easy to implementing the whole things. So for that reason, React officially dismiss the class structures.
Oh,
They
okay,
they
okay.
actually dismissed all the class structure process officially. Uh,
Okay,
so
okay. So only functions are there.
at this moment you only see uh, you are only see all the examples, all the tutorials in the class only functions mode. Okay, they are
Okay.
not mentioning any class architecture.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. That I get it. But I was under the impression that this is only for the example based and things like that. So maybe that is why they have not
But if you are
mentioned anyway.
yes, or if you are creating any class based application, so you can did that, but that is not that is not give you the proper support through the React.
Got it.
Okay, because actually problem was when React 16 uh, 16 was released. So actually 16.8 is the major update versions, and they are actually completely shifted their whole code base into the functions. Okay, before that they are trying to create some libraries as a uh,
Class and all.
class
Okay.
structure, but that is not effectively can use, and there that have so many problems. So for that reason
Got it.
they are actually completely uh, completely
Removed it.
remove the
Stop.
process,
Okay.
remove the process. Actually, if you want to create architecture, class based architecture, then you can do indeed. We have another type of library, similar kind of think and process, which called preact. Okay, preact.js
Okay.
is the
Okay.
another type of library which is where code base almost same like React.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
and it is also like same, almost same. Okay,
Okay.
React and Preact almost same. Some differentiation have both of library, both of same thing. Okay, it is
Mm-hmm.
also React, and React also React. But when you work with Preact have some documentations created with the class functionalities. Okay, and you can see some documentation here. It is their official website. Okay, and when you learning from here, that time you can get some documentations where you can get some documentations with uh, class syntaxes. Okay, but um, but React officially dismissed the class syntaxes. So at this moment, class syntaxes you are not getting anywhere when you are writing React uh,
Okay.
component or React applications mostly.
Mm.
But if
Okay.
you want, sometimes you can create, because actually React is a library. React is not a
Uh,
framework. So for that reason, somewhere you can create some components using class syntax, because that is possible in React also. But that is not properly documented in React official website. Okay, so for that reason you cannot get the class syntaxes. Okay, and
got it.
another things, Redux is a third-party library, and it is a JS library. Okay, js.org. It is a official JavaScript website, js.org. Okay, and here have so many projects are there.
Okay.
So Redux is the another project uh, for the JavaScript developers, and JS library, predictable and maintainable global state management. Okay, so we are already know about the state management. State management basically when we are creating a single page application, and when we want to pass value one component to another component, one page to another page, so that time we need use the state, because uh, when you are working previously with the server side application, so that time if you want to send some value one page to another page, so that time you are using the HTTP requests mostly,
Correct.
because
Correct.
if you are posting some value in your browser, or get some using using form value, so after that you can get that value from the server side process. You can get the value from the front end into back end, and that back end are present the form value into the new pages. Okay,
Yeah.
but that was the uh, process of the server side based application. Okay, but when you are creating a front end based application, so that time you required some middle person or middle thing who can manage the data one component to another component. So that time you need to be use the state management system. Okay, and that state management system library have so many type of libraries already here when we working with the JavaScript, because Redux is the one of them, and another is the RxJS. RxJS, so many libraries have there. I forgot of them their names, but so many libraries already there. Okay, and their performance and their actionability is sometimes different, but concept are same. Concept is state management. Okay,
Got it.
mostly. And when we are start to learn, so how it work basically. So mostly Redux JS slash toolkit. It is a toolkit library. First, we need to be
Okay.
attach the library in our application. If our application created with the TS TS frame TS architecture, means TypeScript architecture,
Okay.
that
Okay.
and that time we can use this kind of structure for our application. But basically thing is, first we need to be installed Redux. It is a Redux code, and then we can
Sir, what is yarn, sir? If you go up, yarn add redux.
yes,
What?
Yarn is a third party library who can manage the packages. Okay, because if you want to know about Yarn, you must have uh, node environment in your system. Yarn is the the um, top of the Node.js framework, because Yarn is the Yarn actually developed by the Facebook. Okay, Yarn basically developed by Facebook, and sometimes some packages cannot be installed directly by node npm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you can get some error and some trouble. So that kind of things are manages by the yarn. Not only yarn, we have another type of syntax like pnpm, that is also same thing. Okay,
Okay.
so in the node platform you can get kind of third party installer or package manager like yarn, pnpm. They are actually created some they are actually in that particular type of files, type of installer are uses for manages the packages and installing the process easily. So for that reason they are actually use the yarn. Yarn is a third party library. Okay, if we want to understand the understand about the yarn, so we can say what is yarn. So you can oh sorry,
Yeah.
yarn, yarn. um, yarn. Okay, yarn. This is the yarn package. Okay, so this is the yarn package. Okay, and it is a safe, stable, reproducible projects. Just it is a package manager. Okay, just a package manager,
Okay.
like node, like npm. Okay, and here have some installation process. So if you have already a node package manager, so after that you can install the npm, uh, and after that, top of the
Okay.
npm. Okay, and also you can see pn pm is another thing which is the developed by the google basically. Okay, it is developed by google, and this is also same thing, and fast disk space efficient package manager. So it is also top of node package manager, and as far as they say fast disk space efficient manager. So this is also similar thing, and we can use it top of the node package manager. Okay,
Okay.
so basically thing is if you have actually problem is you are already develop any application with the node platform. Okay, but sometimes later you see your oldest project are did not work properly. Okay, sometimes it is it happen, sometimes it's happen, some older package are not working properly, and sometimes you get some stuck to build
Yep.
your application. So that time you can use yarn to build your application, manage your application, manage your old application. So that time it can be help you to manage or run your application using older versions. So that time yarn can be help you. Okay, so for that particular purpose I sometimes use yarn, but most of the times I just want to use npm. Okay, and if you want to install yarn, so just you can use npm install minus g yarn for activate the yarn package. Oh sorry, not v, minus g means global. So you need to be install it as global, so that time you can be use npm install minus g yarn. And if you have yarn, then you can get the yarn functionality. Okay, like this. Okay, so if you if yarn did not seen any package.json file, so after that they are actually said like this. but a log file does not require. Yarn log does not require.
We need to install npm redux dev also, right?
Hmm?
Sorry, we need to install redux also, right?
Redux, yes, we will install Redux.
Okay.
Actually, some unwanted file are created by the yarn, so for that purpose I just removed that. Okay, so when we are creating the Redux, so this is the Redux way when we are managing our applications. Okay, so first we need to be adding the Redux library, and then we can see some slices. So this is the actually create um, when we start the initial states. So that time we can use the create slice for state management. So when we are using this function, after that we can see the slice name, which is the counter slice counter, and after that we can use the initial state value, which is
Mm-hmm.
actually create, and after then we can get the method like reducer. We already know context and
Mm.
reducer. So
Mm.
context are created the value, and reducer manage the value, right? we already
Mm-hmm.
know we already know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that is the thing. Reducer are manage the states or
Mm.
functionalities. Okay, so uh, after that they are created the counter slice, and when the counter slices are created, then that slicer actions are exported through this way. Okay, and after then we configure a store, configure the store for managing the states are uh, globally, mostly. Okay, where we can
Mm-hmm.
create the provider, so that is the thing.
Mm.
So this is the actually store, which is the actually provider process, where we are set up the value and manage that
Mm.
value. So for that purpose we can use the store, and that store are manages with the reducer functionalities. Okay, and when it is are activated, then we can manage all the values with the this particular process, and it can be used any javascript based framework if you want to use redux, not only it work only react only, because it is only
Mm-hmm.
it is the javascript framework.
Got
But
it.
I just want to see the because we are actually want to work with the react library. So react redux need to be search here, and after that we can get react redux .js. Okay, so redux.js is the
Oh, okay,
primary
okay. Mm-hmm.
Redux is the primary library, which is the uses for anywhere. Okay,
Mm.
but this time we need to apply on the React only. So for
Mm.
that purpose, we have the official bindings for React for Redux.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the actually thing, and almost same structure, but when we are created with the react, so that time you can see provider, and after that we can use that store in the provider
Mm.
um, to manage our application state. Okay, so now
Mm.
uh, what we can do, this time we need to use this particular package to install in our current application. Okay,
Mm.
so our current applications need to be open.
Should I install Yarn also?
No, does not required.
Okay.
At this moment, does not required. If your application have some installation problem or compilation problem, only that
Mm.
time you just uh, install
Okay.
yarn or
Got.
uses yarn. Otherwise, does not require.
Mm-hmm.
Class 17. Here we need to be installed the package. Okay, all the packages are here, and after that we already we can start our application. npm run dev. So our application is started. So into the main section, it is the main sections of application, and when we want to start the application, so before app we can use the store. Okay, provide this provider store can be managed.
Mm.
So how can we create all the things? So as per tutorial, uh, here we just seeing the tutorial part. So this is the tutorial part, and here have two packages are required. One is the React Redux and another is the Redux.js toolkit. This
Mm.
toolkit is also required because when we want to create the store and managing all the things, so that time we just required these packages also, because we just only use install React Redux, but Redux toolkit is also important to managing
Mm-hmm.
all the thing. React Redux already installed, but Redux toolkit also required to managing the store. Okay, Redux toolkits are installed, and after install we need to be create the store. Okay, so this is the store,
Mm.
and in the app section we can create in app section or whatever store. First we need to be create store store dot js. This is the store file, and after that we just create the store configuration. So we need to be import const store object are required, and after that we can be create sorry, create, not create, configure store actually. Con then fi con fi what happened.
I just copy pasted that code.
Oh, we can also do that. Just I actually why I writing, because I want to see this particular package are can find by the ID or not. So for that reason I just writing manually. Otherwise
Okay.
we can copy the code directly from here. uh, but why not it is working? So okay, so it is the store, and this store need to be attached into this section. Okay, so this is the app section, and before that route section are also there. So before here we need to be use provider, PRO VIDER provider. Okay, we need to be create the provider class first. So when we create the provider, so this provider class comes from the React. Okay, React Redux. So this particular line need to be import. So this particular time uh, this provider can be create, and after creating this particular uh, section, after that we can use the store property, and this store property can be come from the store.js. Okay, so this is the two line are required first. Okay, so store provide is coming, and now we need to be create the slicer. Okay, and this slicer actually can manage the state and value with the um, this slice.js. Okay, and in this time it is called feature. Okay, um, okay, so this is the simplest way. So this time we can create the features. Mm, we can also create in this particular folder uh, counter slice, COUNTR counter slice, SLIC.js, counter SLIC counter slice.js. Okay, so this is this will be helpful to manage our slicing part. Okay, so let's create the slice, and maybe this time our application not actually our ID cannot be find properly. Const uh, counter COUN
Don't we? It is asking to add like slice reducer also. Not required.
slice reducer
Counter
means.
reducer. In store.js, it's saying counter reducer. One second. Where is
This is the counter reducer. This is the
counter reducer? If you go to a bit, or you wouldn't. It is if you come down. It is asking add slice reducer to the store.
huh, because this time we are using the reducer, right? And after that this reducer basically thing is, this is the reducer functions. Okay, these functions are actually attached with the this reducer section, because this functionalities are need to be applied into the front end part. So for that particular reason this reducer need to be connected to the globally. Actually we are did with the context and
Correct, correct.
reducer
Yeah,
internally when we
yeah.
are actually using the React. That same things are actually created by the third party library. Okay, so this is the actually functions. This function here is the function, which functions is the elaborate elaborate the things, but this is the initial state where we can set the value directly 0. Okay, and here actually create uh, value is the another object value. Basically it is a object value. If you are create the more value, like last time we are created product site, I think you have remember. So that time
Yeah.
you need to be create this kind of way. Otherwise, we have to use only single value. So that time we can use direct value like this, and it is the very easiest way to use the value. And after that, when we are create the export the value, so this is the slicer to required, and after then we attaching the value. So attaching the because this is all our actions which is are actually um, internally internally have some functions which is are actually comes from the reducer method. Okay,
Yeah.
and that reducer builder are given increment or decrement, wrap up the value. Okay, and then we can see the reducer function as default. So our reducer slicer are ready, and this time we need to be attach the counter reducer as a reducer like this. But I think if we want to set up it, that time it is a counter reducer directly using like this, because it is are exported as default, because it's actually export as a default. Okay, so this default part are created, uh, called here directly. Okay,
Start.
and it is called counter reducer, and counter reducer methods are linked. mm, and after that we can attach the front end, attach with the front end, and definitely we can use the front end part. So for this particular purpose we can create another counter component, coun countr counter 4 dot jsx. So region almost same. So for that particular region I just copy and paste all codes, and this time we are not using in this particular thing. Okay, so use context and reducer does not required at this moment. Use context are also not required. Okay, so this time what is required? This time required use selector and use dispatch method.
Correct.
These two things are required actually. So just we cut from here and use it here, and this time we are using sorry 4, and of course we use it 3, and it is 4. Okay, and use selector is a uh, react redux library method, and then use dispatch also same thing. Okay, and as per thing which is are actually connected before. So this is the counter, and this counter object come from the use selector, and dispatch method coming here. Okay, everything is previously built, just methods are changes. Just methods are
I,
changes.
yeah. I did some mess up actually. But that's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So this time we did not actually use the dispatch in as a functions actually we required, because counter increment is the function which is need to be import. So this import functions comes from why import from counter slicer. Okay, and this increment slicer actually exported from here, increment and decrement.
You have copied counter.js as is or counter.js, or you have not copied count.
Counter yes, counter.js copy into the new file, and then we are applying that thing.
It says, for me, it says some issue with span for some reason.
Span,
Yeah,
you can share your screen.
I did some mess up. I mean, I just copy pasted the.
Actually, if you blindly copy all the things from
Mm,
on the documentation, so that time you
it is. Yeah, that's what I think I messed it up.
just hold on.
It says this.
Actually, count object cannot be found.
But there is.
You select where counter state. Just hold on. Okay. Once you close your ID and reopen, then maybe
Mm,
it's solve the
okay.
problem.
Okay. I'll do that.
Because I need to be doing this same for me also. Okay. So actually thing is this particular method are not working well. Can you see?
1 second.
Actually, in this
Yeah.
particular methods are matches with my previous methods. So for that particular reason, I just write to method dispatch method directly here, and then I just use the increment or decrement functions in between that dispatch function. And now it can be work properly, I think. And Now after this process we need to be add this counter 4 to attach counter, and it is the 4 to import here, and now we can see the output. Sorry, your problem is solved.
No, no, I'm just restarting my this one. I don't know why these are not. Yeah, it's solved.
Okay, after restart it is solved.
Yeah, yeah, counter that variable is
Okay,
at least that error is gone. But
okay. Actually, this time I faced some challenges. This particular.
no, it's not. It is still giving the same issue.
Okay, I will check it. Counter reducer. Store. Store.js. And this is the store.js. Provided. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Actually, this is the actual process, because this particular functionality does not be work. Now it will be work, I think. into the 4. This time does not require dot value property, I think. For key counter return undefined element. Slice reducer for key counter returned undefined during initialization. Undefined keyword. If if the state first value
Changes, expansions.
and counter Actually, when we are use the redux, okay, so redux as a plugins, this is the redux toolkit. uh,
Mm-hmm.
we can be used, find out the redux are properly working or not. So this is the tool.
Why is it say telling me like this?
uh, uh,
Uh,
Please share your screen. What was your problem?
yeah, it is telling like this. Fail to parse source input analysis.
Okay. uh,
Should we name it as JSX instead of
yes,
JS?
yes. And not go to the which file?
Counter.js.
Counter.js. It is utility file, or go to the counter.js from the js.
Yeah, utility.
Go, click here, click here. Oh, why you are creating here? Create this component into the common section, and of course it is you need to be use it as a JSX.
Okay. Then even this one also should be JSX only, right?
No, that is yes. That is yes.
Counter context. One second. Where am I using counter context? Yes. This is counter context only.
It is different. It is different. It is, and there have no connections with the.
Yeah. Counter slash where is my strong JSX?
Counter.slash. It is input from the util folder.
Yeah.
Save now.
I think I have not done so.
Your problem is solved right now, I think.
Yeah.
But check out the browser.
No, something wrong.
Right click here and go to the inspect element. This time you got a similar problem as me. I guess. Go to the console. Same things.
Counter reducer. Okay.
Counter reducer. C capital.
Context.
Where counter context.
True.
You actually missed all the count in the common section. Maybe another counter are there. previous one is missing. Not possible because you already removed the counter in this file. You actually not properly set up all the files. When you are created any component, so that time you create set put all the components in the common section or component section. If you are using any and data library data related
Hmm.
interactions, so that files all every time put in the utils section, then you can problem will be solved. But this time when you are shifted your file into the common
But I
section.
renamed, right? Like, I mean, I have made everything like wherever it is done.
I did not know, but
I did that.
basically some files does not getting.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I'll check that. That's
I need to be check out this.